So I'm with Ashish, who's from Cougar Motorsport, and he's been instrumental in helping design this really cool off-road track that we have over here. And while we have been out and had fun on it, I wanted to know what goes into making a track like this. Like, what do you have to keep in mind from a vehicle perspective as well as from a safety perspective?
It starts from a detailed brief from the client on all the parameters of the vehicle, the technology that we want to showcase, how to bring it out, also who the participants are going to be,
Okay.
and whether they're going to drive or whether our qualified instructors will be driving. Of course, our preference is for guests to drive, so we've got to cater into make a track and plan it for everyone's driving capabilities, but at the same time also push them a little bit, because we've got an expert instructor in the car, and he's there to take control if something happens. So it really has to be a little on the edge, the experience on the edge. And if safety, of course, has to be is very, very, very important to all manufacturers across, even for us to have credibility.
Yeah.
So the margin of error has to be the minimum. And then the duration of the event, if it's going to go on for multiple days, then the entire track needs to survive for that long. It cannot sort of
Deteriorate over time.
and then it runs totally differently, and the angles start changing, and the
Correct.
pits become deeper and stuff. So based on all of that is what we design and plan it. Then there is a lot about visual appeal. It's about how from start to end we can vary the level of difficulty, because by the end of the experience the guest is more comfortable with the vehicle, with the technology. So the level of difficulty should ideally move up as he keeps doing it, rather than straight away putting him into out of his comfort zone, into
Correct.
the toughest obstacle straight on and stuff like that. So it's a combination of that. Plus, a lot of it is based on if something happens, if for some reason a particular obstacle we cannot run on a particular day, if the weather gods are not very kind and something happens. So there should be enough redundancy in the track, and we should be able to bypass that particular element without shutting down the entire track. We should be able to have multiple vehicles move on the track, because at the same time multiple guests are invited, and we can't have cars crisscrossing each other. There has to be space for camera teams to move in between. So it's a combination of multiple such factors. I mean, it's not done in honestly done in such a structured manner.
You don't throw a rubber band on the ground and say that's the track.
No, and then once we are done with it, clearly the client that we're working for needs to sign off on that. And their risk appetite sometimes can be quite different from ours.
Absolutely.
Clearly they have many other factors to look at. So then the final adjustments are made, and the track is there. And we cater for enough bandwidth, enough resources. So there's a track maintenance team which is separate from the team which is conducting the drives.
Okay.
And they're constantly monitoring if anything needs to be changed or adjusted. There's communication between the instructors and the track maintenance team on walkies. So even when they're into an obstacle and they face something's changed, something deteriorated, a rock has come out or whatever else, it's not left for the end of the day. He can immediately alert the track team so that before the next car comes, it's fixed. So it's multiple things happening. It's not as if that we made it and now we're just sitting back and so there's constantly monitoring what's happening and stuff like that. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But I think now that we've done it for so many years, that a lot of these things which I talked about to you, they just come naturally. We don't sort of sit down and do it in such a structured manner. But we thought of all this. The team is really good, and they know that they're not going to make something or do something which is going to, sort of destroy all the credibility we built over all these years.
Correct. So it's not all fun and games, and while I have been out there and it felt like fun and games to me as a participant, I know that a lot of hard work has gone in the back. I just have one last question for you, Ashish. How stable are your hands when journalists come out?
Well, I'm glad that I'm not the one inside the cars because my instructors, I really tell them every evening, they're the ones who are sitting with a completely unknown guest. They have no idea about the guest's driving abilities.
Correct.
They're going through some obstacles where the margin of error is very, very little. So they're definitely the heroes, to do that. But based on all these years of our delivering these experiences, the mandate to them is very clear that they have to make the guests do it. And it may not be apparent to you during the drive, but they're the ones who are actually driving, the instructors. Even when they're sitting in the co-driver's seat, their level of instruction has to be such that as if they're controlling the car. They're ready to grab the handbrake, they're ready to grab the steering. So if there is something which is, if the guest does not follow instruction or the guest's safety is going to get compromised, they will take action immediately. It's not happened yet, you haven't seen it happening, but they're prepared. It will not take them a second to stop the vehicle right then and there. So they're the ones. My hands are stable because I'm just standing and watching what's going on. But yes, I do observe constantly what's happening. And then we have every morning we have a briefing. Every evening we have a debrief so that anything that anybody's noticed, any guest issues, any track issues are communicated to the entire team. It's not as if somebody had noticed something but it never percolated down and then because of that something else happened. So that's very important.
Absolutely.
Communication between the team constantly. So my hands are stable. My job's done once the event starts.
Well, thank you so much, Ashish. It's been a pleasure, and I think you've made a fun day out for us. And we know that there's a lot of hard work that goes into this job.
Thank you.